There's a 1-ton toaster sitting on Gale crater on the surface of Mars that NASA scientists plan to give a brain transplant to. Today on Planetary Television.
The emptiness of space has got to be such a lonely place, especially for the Mars Science Laboratory Curiosity. Now, Curiosity will spend its first weekend on Mars transitioning to software better suited for tasks ahead, such as driving and using its strong robotic arm. The rover's brain transplant, which will occur during a series of steps that started this past Friday, August 10th, through tomorrow of August 13th, and will install a new version of software on both of the rover's redundant main computers. This software for Mars surface operations was uploaded to the rover's memory during the Mars Science Laboratory spacecraft's flight from Earth. We designed the mission from the start to be able to upgrade the software as needed for different phases of the mission, said Ben Kitchie of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, chief software engineer for the MSL mission. The flight software version of Curiosity currently is using was really focused on landing the vehicle. It includes many capabilities we just don't need anymore. It gives us basic capabilities for operating the rover on the surface, but we have planned all along to switch over after landing to a version of flight software that is really optimized for surface operation, he also said. Now, a key capability in the new version is image processing to check for obstacles. This allows for longer drives by giving the rover more autonomy to identify and avoid potential hazards and drive along a safe path the rover identifies for itself. Other new capabilities facilitate use of the tools at the end of the rover's strong robotic arm. While Curiosity is completing the software transition, the mission's science team is continuing to analyze images the rover has taken of its surroundings inside Gale crater. Researchers are discussing which features in the scene to investigate after a few weeks of initial checkouts and observations to assess equipment on the rover and characteristics of the landing site. The Mars Science Laboratory spacecraft delivered Curiosity to its target area on Mars at 10:31 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on August 5th, which included the 13.8 minutes needed for confirmation of the touchdown to be radioed to Earth at the speed of light. Curiosity carries 10 science instruments with a total mass of 15 times as large as the science payloads on NASA's Mars rover's Spirit Opportunity. Some of the tools, such as the laser firing instrument for checking rocks' elemental composition from a distance, are the first of their kind on Mars. Curiosity will use a drill and scoop, which are located at the end of the robotic arm, to gather soil and powder samples of rock's interior. Then sieve and partial out these samples into the rover's analytical laboratory instruments. To handle this science toolkit, Curiosity is twice as long and 5 times as heavy as Spirit or Opportunity. The Gale crater landing site at 4.59 degrees south, 134.44 degrees east, places the rover within driving distance of layers of the crater's interior mountain, which is Mount Sharp. Observations from orbit have identified clay and sulfate minerals in the lower layers, indicating a wet history. This brain transplant, again, should be completed tomorrow, Monday, August 13th. We're still waiting for the higher resolutions for some panoramic images that were taken by the Mastcam, which uniquely, with this mission, not only takes the images in red, RGB, red, green, blue filters, but it has an onboard image processing tool, which allows the images to be pre-processed and sent to Earth in full color. So they will be received on the Mars Science Laboratory website, already processed in full color. Now, this does not mean that any of you amateurs or anyone out there can't still take those sets of images and composite them into mosaics. These are the most, that's what we're going to be looking for. This new camera has a higher resolution quality, and it should provide some very strikingly beautiful images of Mars. And hopefully you're going to be seeing these come in after this brain transplant has gone through. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get these images into you soon and show you the really spectacular views of Mars. Just want to thank you for joining me for this special update from the Mars Science Laboratory Curiosity. My name is Errol. This is Planetary Television, and thank you for joining us.